So I want you to forget the crowded base camps and the well-worn paths for just a minute. If you're looking for a trek that feels like a real, true expedition, a journey into one of Nepal's most remote and untouched corners, then you've got to be thinking about Mugu. In this explainer, we're going to break down everything a first-timer needs to know to tackle this hidden gem and its absolutely breathtaking peak.
And this quote, wow, it just gets right to the very heart of what Mugu is all about. You know, it's not some simple walk in the park. It's a genuine adventure where that risk and terror is real, but it's completely dwarfed by the spectacular beauty and that feeling of pure triumph when you finally reach the top. It's that contrast that makes the whole experience so incredibly powerful.
Okay, so with all the incredible tricks in Nepal, you might be asking, why choose the rugged, remote path to Mugu? What is it that makes this particular journey so unique and, for so many people, a truly life-changing experience? Well, let's dive in. What makes Mugu so special is this incredible mix of experiences you just don't get anywhere else. I mean, of course, you've got the jaw-dropping Himalayan views, that's a given, but you also get this amazing chance to connect with a culture that's just steeped in Tibetan traditions. And then there's the wildlife. Can you imagine spotting a rare snow leopard? But for me, the real game changer is the solitude. Mugu is what they call a virgin route, which means it's a trail that sees very, very few trekkers. You get a far more pristine and solitary experience than on the packed trails of Everest or Annapurna. It's pretty much just you, the mountains, and this incredible sense of peace. All right, so you're sold on the why. The next big step is figuring out your how. See, there isn't just one way to Mugu Peak, and picking the trail that actually matches your experience level and what you want to get out of the trip is absolutely key. So this table kind of lays out your three main options. The Rara Lake Trail is a fantastic starting point for a lot of first-timers. It gives you that classic Himalayan scenery, but with a more gradual ascent, which is great for acclimatizing. Now, if you're a bit shorter on time but really want to soak up the local culture, the trek from Mugu Village itself throws you right into the heart of the community. And then, for the really experienced folks out there, the Jumla route is the ultimate challenge. It's a remote, demanding trek that truly takes you way off the grid. Right. Once you've picked your path, it's time to build your toolkit. On a trek this remote, your success isn't just about being physically fit. It's about having the right gear, your timing, and all your paperwork in order. This is where the real work begins. So when should you go? Well, you have two amazing windows, spring and fall. In the spring, from about March to May, you get hillsides just covered in wildflowers and these beautiful, warm, sunny days. But the fall, from September to November, is often seen as the absolute best time. The monsoon rains have just passed, washing the air clean, which means you get these unbelievably crystal clear mountain views and nice, dry, stable trails. Now, for the paperwork. Look, I know this part can seem tedious, but it is non-negotiable. First, you'll need a standard trekking permit. Easy enough. Second, and this is super important for Mugu, you have to check if your route goes into a restricted area. This needs a special permit, and it often means you must trek with a registered guide, so no solo trips allowed in these zones. And finally, carry both physical and digital copies of everything. Trust me on this, a little organization here is going to prevent some huge headaches on the trail. Let's talk gear, starting with what you're going to wear. The mantra in the mountains is layering, layering, layering. You want a moisture-wicking base layer, an insulating fleece in the middle, and a waterproof outer shell. A good down jacket is an absolute lifesaver when the temperature plummets. But your single most important piece of gear, it's your boots. They have to be waterproof, they need good ankle support, and please, for the love of all that is holy, break them in before you leave home. Blisters can absolutely ruin a trek. Beyond your clothes, a few other items are just essential. A 40 to 50-liter backpack should do the trick. Trekking poles, they will save your knees on those long, steep descents. Your sleeping bag has to be rated for freezing temperatures, no exceptions. And because you can't guarantee clean water, you need a way to treat it. Finally, the sun at high altitude is no joke, so sunscreen, sunglasses, and a good hat are not optional, they're mandatory. Okay, you're packed, you've got your permits, you're ready to go, so let's talk about what happens on the trail itself. This is all about staying safe in a really high-altitude environment and, just as importantly, engaging respectfully with the incredible culture you're about to meet. First up, the big one, altitude sickness. This is a really serious condition caused by going up in elevation too quickly for your body to adapt. It can affect anyone, it doesn't matter how fit you are, and just understanding what it is your first line of defense. So how do you prevent it? This four-step process is your best friend. 1. Go up slowly. Plan extra acclimatization days where you just rest or take short hikes to let your body adjust. 2. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Water is your best friend up there. 3. Know the early warning signs, like a nagging headache or feeling nauseous. And 4, and this is the golden rule, if your symptoms get worse, the only cure is to go down. Don't let your ego get in the way, it is not worth the risk. So, as you're moving through this incredible landscape, you'll meet the Mugawali people. And to really understand just how remote this place is, get this number. The main village is home to only about 400 people. That's it. This is a community whose entire life just revolves around the seasons. The Mugawali are mostly Buddhist, and their lives are completely tied to the land through farming and herding yaks. For centuries, they've traded goods across the border in China. Their culture is so vibrant, and if you time your trek just right, you might even get to witness a festival like Lusar, their New Year. You'll see traditional clothing like the chuba, made from hand-woven sheep's wool. It's a real testament to how self-sufficient they are in this wild landscape.
Wow, okay, we've covered a lot of ground here, right? From picking a trail to packing your bag and understanding the local culture. So let's bring it all together and boil it down to the most important takeaways for a successful journey to Mughal. If there is one single thing to take away from all of this, it's this: preparation is everything. The difference between a trekker who's struggling and one who is triumphant isn't just luck, it's planning. Choosing the right trail, the right season, and the right gear aren't just little details. They are the absolute foundation of a safe and successful trip. Mugu will test you, for sure, but with the right preparation, it's a test you can pass with flying colors.
You know, at the end of the day, a trek to Mugu Peak is so much more than a physical accomplishment. It's an adventure that's going to challenge you, it's going to inspire you, and it just might change the way you think about everything. So the only real question left is, are you ready?